I'm at a point where I literally hate trading. Like it's starting to piss me off. So I had a break even day today. What my new bracket is just if we go 300, break even, and then 400 ticks is the TP. I just put it in my Discord link. Look at this. It went. Let me show you. Honestly, if I would have gotten here, it would have played out beautifully, right? But I waited for the break of structure. So we came here and we were already in a 2 hour gap. Let me show y'all. We were already in a 2 hour gap and at a liquidity point, but I was like, so we could reverse from here, but we could not, let's go to the 3 minute. So I was like, let me just wait, like I said, for this break of structure to the downside to continue the trend, come back up. Maybe if I waited for the fair value gap tap too. And then we almost stopped me out by literally a tick. Like I thought I was gonna get stopped out. It did not stop me out. And then it goes my way, 345 literal ticks just to stop me out at BE. I'm like, what kind of special hell is this? And if I did 150, 300 for a 1 to 2, I would have gotten stopped out. So this was a CISD. Let's see if I would have got in here. No. Let's see if I got in here. That was the thing. Or if I guess waited for, even if I waited for the fair value gap tap. I wouldn't be set at break even yet though, actually. So we can see if that played out. I was waiting for this, is a 15-minute OB is what I marked for the bottom side. Yeah, this is just a shitty, I really hate this. Like I want to 2, but it's so big. That's why I was doing 150, 300. But you see at 150, 300, And if I could do 200, 300, which is a 1 to 1.5. However, and go up in ticks. But that is risking 200 to make 300, which isn't terrible. Like maybe I do that on the funded account. But at this point, the funded account is just as bad as the live account, I feel like. It's like 200 losses, like blown. And then I guess on the live account, it's another 700. So it's like, that really hurt. Like maybe I do a trail at 300, but it can go against you. So it's like I want 200 a day, even my live account too, though. That's how much money I want to make. So it literally is what it is. We really didn't get shit until the 1050 macro, but then again, I would have got in down here and not got shit because I wait for full reactions now. But I definitely wish I would have got in here off of this 3 minute fair value gap. But I wanted to just wait for the break of structure just because if we were in a fair value gap to reverse from, and we kind of inversed it. That's why we did invert it a little bit. So I was like, are we gonna come back just to go higher? As you see, like say you got in a buy here, immediately clap. If you got in this, even if you got in a sell here off the first time it tapped into the very gap, sell, immediately clap. Like it was just chopping its way away. Like was a 2 minute cleaner today? I'm so pissed right now. I was talking to my fiance too about this. I'm like, what would you do if I literally quit trading if TikTok Shop pops off? And they're like, don't do that. Like you put so much blood, sweat, and tears in that. I'm like, and that's literally the point. A TikTok Shop pops off. Like it's obviously making me like $100 a day, more than I'm making trading, but it's not like enough to live off. But I mean, if it pops off, I'm making like 50K months. What time is this? Yeah, it's like 11:50. So let's see what that would look like on the 2 minute on TradingView because it's hard to do like brackets and shit on NinjaTrader. Because it tapped in first at 9:22, so you know me, you'd already be in your trade here. Maybe that was. I still probably would have break a structure. It does look a little better here though. And then my risk to reward would have been a lot better. But then if I got into 930 like I used to do, beautiful. But lately 930 has not been this beautiful. Like let's see, yesterday it's been like choppy. You're like this. That's why you get on a 10. And I should have waited till 1020. Like this choppiness is not fun. And or 930 came back up at 940 and then still came up again. I got in off this 948 and came up again at 10. So I don't know, man. Maybe let's try the 2-minute chart. Because it is the thing about 3-minute. It's a good entry, but sometimes you're getting in so late when you're waiting for the confirmations. However, I'm going to go back to the set and waiting for fair value gap taps. Did you get it here? Yeah, you did get it here too. On the 2-minute. So yeah, break even day. So it's not a loss. I mean, even though you lose like what, $6 or whatever, but it's not. It's very frustrating because then when I sell early at 150 or 300 ticks, then it goes 500, 600 that day. But when I don't and hold to 400, I get clapped. That's why my thing was 150. It was 150, 300 in my prime. Like my everyday was 150, 300 for that, and then just risking 2 on the Top Step account to get the payout. But my entries just have to be so much better if I'm going to do that. As you saw, I almost got stepped out. So we had 1006, 1020. Yeah, because I probably still would have did that, honestly. Maybe I would have got in. I keep doing this. It's hard on InterTrader. Maybe I would have got in like here instead. And then something like that. That's 150, 300. I probably still would have moved this up a little bit. Well, it's 150, 400. So I'll try this one more time on the 2-minute chart instead tomorrow before I switch it to 300. If not, I'll switch it to 300. But, because what is this? 10. Yeah, it came up into this, whatever, this OB. And then we made a fair value gap, and you got CISD. There's no fair value gaps, but there's an OB here, so we'll try that tomorrow. We'll try the 2-minute chart. And we will go from there. And I really thought we might retap into this 15-minute fair value gap, but we did not. We just kind of ran down, so I'll still put a 3-minute over here just to have a reference. And then, yeah, my 4 hour. I was like, it could go deeper into this gap. That's what I waited for. I waited for if we were going to invert these to the upside to go higher. And I waited a little bit because it's close, and then we came down. Then I got in down here on the breaker structure instead of getting down. Even if I got in here, maybe would that have been better? Let's see. It's just hard with NQ. NQ just... Is this why people go back to ES? Even though I've said that 150 times this year and still haven't done it. I know I'm rambling, y'all. What does ES look like? Okay, now you have S&T. It takes out the highest thing. Yeah, so it's just I mean, this doesn't look that great either, though, compared to NQ. Because in NQ, we made a lower. So your stop loss could have been at this high. If your stop loss at this high on ES, you had to wait for this. But at that point, yeah, like if I got another breaker structure on ES, it didn't do shit. Yeah, because the same 200 ticks like to make $100 is 80 ticks on ES. So I'm doing 400 ticks to make $200. Like it's still, it's just. Now I see why people don't use a hard stop loss, but I'm trying to set and forget, so I can't not do that. But like I said, I did what I did because it didn't. That 200 tick play out perfectly. So we'll just try the 2-minute. We'll try the 2-minute tomorrow, and then if I can get 400 still, if not, I'll just do 200, 300, 1 to 1.5, and that'll be my final answer. We were here, and then this was 10 o'clock, then 10:30. I did think about trading 10:30 sometimes. Oof, I don't know what that is. But see, 10 o'clock, boom, came up. 10:30, we finally dump. Is that the move? 9, 10, 10:30. This one wouldn't have been that great. I remember getting in before 10 o'clock on this one, like somewhere in the middle of this candle. But you still got 400. You did have to wait a little bit. Like that. I keep moving my alarm later and later. All right, 9, 10, 10:30 came into this gap and then pushed. So I don't know. Maybe that is the move. Getting on at 10:30. Let's see again. Not this day. This was a slow day. If you got at 10:30, I mean, it did finally. You have to wait for us to come back into this. If you can get in down here. But you did get 600 ticks. You got 400 from 10:30. So I don't know. Maybe that is the move. I did say I was going to start getting on at 10:15, is what I really said. That's what I said yesterday. I mean, last week, but I didn't. 10:15, and then 10:30. Because I want to get on the same time. That's the one thing about ICT I like. Time and price. So I need to find a time I can get on and cook. So maybe it is 10:30. Maybe it's fucking 10:30, y'all. 9:05, 10, 10:15. Okay, so 10:30, you're way up here at this point. So I'm like, but still, if you get in at 10:30, this is the one we just did. You get in at 10:30, you still got 400 ticks. Here, 10:30. You did have to wait for it to come down to the fair value gap, though. That wick on the bottom. However, you still got, even if you got in at the open, you got 400 ticks. This was that Friday. Again, 10:30 opens here, so you make sure you have room. But if you got in at the open, you did not get 400 ticks. If you got in somewhere on this pullback, you did. This was a good day to get in at the macro, though. Let's see. $10, $15, $10.30. If you got in red $10.30, do we get 400? You do. You would have got like 6 if you got it earlier, but this day 9, 8, 30, boom, 10, 10, 15, 10, 30. Yeah, this was the day it ran up all day anyway, so it didn't even fucking matter. Yeah, let's see. We can try 1030. This is nasty work here. 10, 15. I mean, 1030 opened up at the bottom on this one, so this is a good one because I remember this day because then you have to wait till 1 p.m. or whatever the whole day. But if you at least count the bottom, as long as you didn't get caught in the middle of this and get stopped out, it eventually did go your way. I have more videos for TikTok Shop I'm about to record. Remember this day, choppy, 1030 in this gap. Short. So let's try that. Let's try 1030, 2-minute chart. And let's go from there. At least it's break even. I added break even because like I said, that if we would have lost like this, I would have been pissed. It's even more pissed. At least it's just a stop by break even. 1030. Yeah, so we'll try 1030 tomorrow. And we'll go from there. See y'all tomorrow.